Hi, Kelsey from Gutsy Creatives again, and today we are going to talk about how much does it cost to self-publish your book. And the answer is, it can cost whatever you want it to, which sounds flippant, but it's true. You can actually get away with spending nothing and publishing your book entirely for free, and you can spend a limitless amount of money, not just on the editors and the design and getting it out, but also on the marketing. So neither of those routes are practical for most people. I have found with the authors that I've worked with and seen in my community, kind of putting the average for the kind of indie bootstrapper at about $2,000, $2,300-ish to get the book out from beginning to end, including a little marketing. Guy Kawasaki, who wrote Ape, Author, Publisher, Entrepreneur, he puts the average number more at $4,000. And I think that's a pretty reasonable number. This might seem shocking if this is, a side project for you at the moment or not your main career, because that's a lot of money. However, before you start thinking about your budget, I really want you to think about what are your expectations from your book. If you have the expectation that you are going to put your book out there and it's going to do really well, it's going to compete with the traditionally published books, you might even get $50,000 or $100,000 back. Well, if you're only spending $500 or only willing to spend $500 to get your book published, you're not investing very much in that $50,000 or $100,000 opportunity that you have. If you are going to use this book to make a little bit of money or to help with your career in any way or with clients or with services, then think about what that investment is worth and don't be afraid to put up a little bit of money. You're going to have much better results if you put out a really quality product or art rather than just trying to get it out there as cheap as possible and wishing for the best. So I have 3 different sample budgets for you that I've put on this page that you can peruse through. Because there's so many options on what you can spend, these are just 3 possible routes someone can take. If you are trying to minimize your spend as much as possible, I have 3 things, top 3 things that I think you must pay for. The first one is a copy edit. And I don't mean your friend, and I don't mean the intern or someone from a school that you know that you paid them, $50 to edit your book. No, go get a professional copy edit. This person will look at the sentence and paragraph level and make sure that your book actually looks good and polished when it's published. The next thing is cover design. Again, I've seen so many self-published books that come out with really terrible covers, and these aren't bad books. Sometimes these are really wonderful books where I know the author has spent a year or 5 years even, and they've edited, they've done all these wonderful things, and then they put out a cover that maybe they think is okay, or their niece did it or something, and it's better than they could do, and they don't want to spend money. And it sabotages the success of that book. A lot of people won't get past a bad cover. If it looks amateurish at all, it reflects really poorly on the content. The good news is you can get an amazing cover for $300. The tool I recommend is 99 Designs. Even Tim Ferriss and other best-selling authors, New York Times best-selling authors, they use 99 Designs. So that's one way to get a quality book cover if you don't want to spend a lot of money. The third thing that I think you must pay for is some book design software. Or a service. If you don't want to hire a pro because that's too much money, you can use something like Vellum. I'll make sure there's links. There's a few others that I really like. Scrivener does an okay job too. But invest the $50 or so to buy software that is going to help you develop a good-looking book and an ebook that is error-free. Now, if you can spend a little bit more money, the next things that I recommend, that I really hope that you also spend money on, but I get it. The other one is your website. Get a website up there and invest in something that allows you to collect emails. Buy an ISBN. The ISBN is the little identification number for your book. You don't need it if you're only publishing on Amazon. No, you don't need it. But you do need one if you're going to publish and distribute to bookstores, or if you want it tracked, or if you want to ever show up on a bestseller list that's not Amazon related, you need to have an ISBN. And they're pricey. One ISBN is, I believe, $250 from Bowker, which is how you buy them. You can buy a 5-pack for a discount, but it's still pretty pricey. If you're only doing Amazon, you don't need it. But if you want to go beyond Amazon, you need an ISBN. The other thing I recommend is that you spend money on the dev edit. Your copy editor is only going to look at the sentence and paragraph level, where a developmental editor or developmental edit will look at the structure of the book, the content, the tone, the pacing. If you were traditionally published, your editor would, or an editor, would give your book a developmental edit. And if you want to compete at a high level, do that before you get your copy edit. And then if you can spend a little more money, instead of just getting the software to do your book design, actually hire a book designer. Sometimes the people that can do print can do ebooks as well, but often the people that are really spectacular at print don't do the ebook conversion, so you might have to hire two. But there's a lot out there that do both now. Now, what I don't want you to spend money on is printing books. You're going to have ebooks, yay, and you're going to have print-on-demand books on pretty much any platform that you publish on. If you want to go ahead and pay for like 100 copies in advance and use them at your book launch, or to give them out, or to have them on your bookshelf, yay, go ahead, do that. But do not publish 10,000 pre-printed, don't print 10,000 copies of your book before you launch, unless you know there's a huge demand, you already have waiting orders, maybe you're speaking at a conference that 20,000 people are coming and you're the keynote. Okay, in those situations, you might want to invest in like 1,000 run. But generally, those books are going to sit in your garage or in a warehouse, distributor's warehouse, where they're going to charge you each month for housing them. And you don't need to worry, because people that want a print book will order it from Amazon or through one of your distributors, and it will be print on demand, and it's good quality now. They will print the book for each order, so you don't need to put up money ahead of time. And then there's marketing, the money hole that is marketing. If you are only having a small amount of money, I would actually encourage that you do not spend your money on a promotion. Promotions do work. They can get your book some attention and they can bump it up, and for a week or so your ratings can go higher. However, as soon as the promotion or the advertisement is done, your book sales are done too. And now you've spent your money and you don't even know who those people were that bought your book, because they bought it off of Amazon and you don't get their contact information. So if you only have a little bit of money or a little bit of time, and time is money, I would invest in building your email list. Collect the people that are fans of your work. Then they will buy your book, they will recommend your book, they will buy your next book. Someone on your email list is actually even more important than that one-time sale. So if you only have a little bit of money to spend on your marketing, use it on your content, on your website, on whatever free thing that you can give out in order to get people on your email list, and focus on building those relationships and building your fan base rather than chasing after a one-time sale. So take a look at the page to see some sample budgets. And now, if you are ready to self-publish your book, hooray, I'm very excited. On Monday, I have an offer coming out. If you're watching these videos as I publish them, then next Monday, you will see an offer for the self-publishing class on Gutsy Creatives. This class has all the details that you need, from preparing your manuscript, going through the editing process, how to find editors, what to pay each editor at each level, what you need to do to prep for design, how to design your book, how to format the book, how to get it on Amazon, what about the other platforms, what about pricing, and it'll even help you with things like the week of the launch. So if you would like some more guidance with self-publishing, stay tuned. On Monday, I'm going to give you a really good offer for the self-publishing class on Gutsy Creatives. And I'm really happy that you stuck with me for these videos. I hope that I've provided something helpful. If I have, please let me know what it is. Leave a comment and get your books out. I can't wait to see your book published.